Welcome back to The Hoist. We are here and ready to start our interview with the band that needs no introduction, but we're going to give it a try. The Ryons are a four-piece ARIA winning band that have topped the ARIA chart, sorry. They were chosen as Triple J's feature album upon release. They've been featured twice in Triple J's Hottest 100 Countdown and have been supported across multiple print magazines like Rolling Stone, Elle, and Frankie magazine. So, we are here today to chat with Noah about their new album inspired by artists like Sam Fender, The Japanese House, and of course, as we'd expect from any four bloke band, the Beatles. So, welcome to the Hoist.
How good's the Beatles? Hello, thank you for having me.
Thank you for
I
being
was confused as to when we won our aria. I must have missed it.
I don't know why I've written Aria quite a few times, just I
No,
obviously
that's so
like,
fine. Oh
oh,
yeah,
future prediction,
it
I
really.
mean,
was a very exciting thing, regardless of what the outcome of it was.
we talked
Yes.
we talked a lot about vision boarding and manifesting, so that's just what we wanted to do, you guys.
Exactly. It all starts here at the hoist.
It'll get there one day.
Um, Speaking of the ARIA chart, you debuted at number one, as we were saying before. Did that feel like a surreal moment for you guys?
That was ridiculous. I remember we were on tour at the time because we literally started our tour like as the album came out. So we were like, let's, sell as many records as possible and like let make as many people stream it because we're like on tour, so it's a lot easier to kind of promote because you got like a couple thousand people in the room. You just go, you guys can't go anywhere. I'm gonna tell you now, to stream the songs. And then yeah, I remember our manager at the Forum show in Melbourne said, "Boys, I need to see you in the green room really quick." And we're always like a bit sus when he does that, when he needs all four of us there. We're like, "What kind of good news do you have to tell us? Or bad? Are you
Yeah.
leaving?" Um, and yeah, he was like, "I just got told that you guys got number one on the ARIA charts, Australian ARIA charts." And we're like, "There's a video of it somewhere." It was pretty awesome. Yeah.
So incredible. And obviously you've had a huge couple of years. You started as Unearthed High winners. I know I followed you since Anakin, so it's been a few years there. Um, is there a moment that's really hit how far you have come? And has your definition of success changed since the early days?
Oh, that's a great question. Yes, it has changed. And it kind of goes hand in hand with the surreal thing. I remember what I thought of as like making it would be playing Enmore Theatre. And then if my make it moment is we played Enmore Theatre. So that was pretty cool. Like it was a real surreal like turnaround moment. But I would say that like playing it headlining Enmore Theatre was just like something that we never expected we'd ever do. And maybe you could say we made it in that sense, but I definitely think my vision of a success has changed a lot. I would rather get further if we can.
100%.
Those are some pretty big achievements, especially like here in Australia, and you're obviously heading over to New Zealand and the UK soon. And how does that kind of change your perception of like how you feel that you are perceived?
Yeah, I mean, I would love to be perceived well around the world. That would be the dream is that we can just, spread love and music as much as we can. So doing stuff like going to New Zealand and going to the UK and Germany and all of that stuff that we're doing real soon is the best because just like we just get to show off what we love doing, and a lot of the time the people that come they end up enjoying it as well. So that's really awesome. Yeah.
What have you noticed about how different crowds react in different places?
Yeah, I mean there's definitely certain places where you'd have different, when you go to like a pub that no one really knows you in a regional town and there's a bunch of locals there, they're not exactly going to be as hype as, a capital city where there's a lot of, major fans, if you will. But it's always a lot of fun. Yeah.
You guys have been playing together since high school. How has that long history shaped the way you make music and communicate as a band now?
Oh, I mean, I obviously can't relate to anyone that hasn't done that in a sense. But I mean, I just think it helps so much. We know each other so well, so being able to write about each other's experiences and being able to like sympathize with, what we're doing at any given point because we know each other like we're brothers. It's always great. But I don't know. I mean, we're so close. We spend like every day together. So, you know, um, I think it's helped a lot knowing each other so well. Like we just know what each other loves, what each other don't like. We're always kind of gonna get along in that sense. Yeah.
Having spent so much time together and having been on that real journey together, how do you think that your newer songs sort of change or deepen the way that listeners understand your original album?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, like, and one thing is that we're always like evolving our taste in music. So what we want to write a lot of the time reflects on, music that we're listening to at the time. Um, so I think like our experiences as a whole have definitely developed. I think one thing that like kind of theory that we have is that um, you can kind of experience and then write an album, and then you have to have time to experience again so that you have something to write about. Because if you got nothing to write about, you're just making stuff up. And sometimes it doesn't come across as personal enough. If you can't relate to it, how is someone else going to relate to it if you're writing about it? So, I think that when we started out, we were just like, let's write as much as we can and whatever. And then I feel like our sound has kind of developed into like, I've experienced so much this year. I have so much to let out. Like, let's write a song about it? And
Exactly.
that goes back to the point I said before of like, say Harley had an experience that, he's experienced this whole year. I was with him almost every day, at that time, and I can kind of sympathize with it because I saw, everything that happened unfold. So, yeah.
Exactly. Like if you're just kind of writing and writing nonstop, obviously you're not going to have any time to go and do anything worth writing about because your music really dives into kind of like a journey of like love and regret and growing up and taking accountability and all of the things that come in kind of going through that journey from being a teenager. Why do you
Sure.
think that those themes are really what's hit with your audience?
I think they're just so like personal. I mean, if they're personal to us, people can kind of be like, man, that's really sweet that you opened up. But then if there's something that's relatable or that has happened to other people or that people just know happens elsewhere and they're like I just wish someone wrote a song about this is always the kind of thing that you can think about like, oh man, if I went through this experience and someone wrote a song about it, I would be so stoked. So I think that's always cool when you can write a song about that. You know what I mean? And some of them are so like I'm struggling for the word. I don't know if I can think of the word, but like it's very specific, one thing that could happen. And you're like, how did someone, it's like someone came up to us and they're like, I feel like you wrote a song after you read my diary. You know what I mean? And it's like, that's so cool because now you can like relate to it and love it so much. So I think if we're writing about stuff that's relatable or writing about stuff that's real personal, regardless, I feel like a lot of people are going to connect with it. Whereas if you're just writing about the most random stuff, it's hard to like, yeah, really gel with.
Yeah, you've been touring pretty non-stop. What's one song that's become your favorite to play live?
Oh, it changes all the time. Most of the time, it's whatever the newest song is because it's like we can finally play this live. Because a lot of the time, bands will know that you have a song for so long and you're like, oh, yeah, we'll release it in a couple of months or in a year. And then you have to wait a couple of months again until you tour. And then you can finally play the song live that you wrote like a year ago. But my favorite to play recently has probably been Lobby Calls because these really sweet girls online made this dance. And I
Oh,
love seeing front row do it. It's on TikTok. I did it myself. Um, so whenever you get to the chorus, I'm like looking in the front row to see if anyone does the dance. It's always cute,
And you guys have spotlighted it as well. So definitely everyone should be learning that before you guys play it. We,
right? We were showing it off. We were like, "You guys got to do this at the show. I want to see the whole crowd do it."
yeah, exactly. So anyone listening,
Right?
you've got to learn it. You've
Yeah,
got
no,
a little bit of
The
time.
goals dance.
Perfect. Search it up on TikTok or go straight to your
Yeah.
page. It'll be there. You are what like one of the bands or the artists that have probably done a lot more. Like there's a lot more interviews that we could find online of you guys than there are for artists we usually speak to, which made us wonder if there's a question that you are surprised that you don't get asked more often, or maybe wish that you were asked more often.
Ooh, one that I wish I was asked more often. I'm a big like full nerd. So anything about like movies, TV shows,
Okay.
sport, love sport, anything like that. I'm just like, yeah,
Is there a
you know.
movie that inspires your new song, your new
That is a good question. Um, I don't think that we've watched one recently that has inspired a song. But if I thought about it for a couple of minutes, there would definitely be like something or like a TV show that's, inspired. There is TV shows that we all watch, and we could probably be like, oh, you know how in this show that happens, and it's like, yeah, of course. It's like, what if we wrote about something like that? You know what I mean? Um, but no, I don't think there's anything that's inspired a song as much because, as I said, we want to try and keep it
yeah,
sometimes we want to try and keep it quite personal. And if we can't relate to something that's, happening in a show, it's like, how am I supposed to? I don't know what it's like to have superheroes, superpowers or something. I can't write about that. But if I could, I totally would. Yeah.
do you think we have time for a couple of little quick fire questions?
I
Let's
think
go.
we have just enough time to do a few. What's a song by another artist you wish you wrote?
Oh, wow. There's so many. About You by the 1975.
Oh, I love that song so much.
Yeah,
That's not even
great
funny.
track.
Out of
Yeah.
all the 1975 songs that I've listened, which aren't many, that one's my favorite.
Yeah, I will say every time
So good.
I'm listening to music and it goes quiet and I just know that song is coming,
Oh my
I would
God.
love to hear you guys cover that maybe.
And even if it isn't the vocals, like the composition of the music
Yeah,
is incredible. Yeah,
absolutely.
that's all.
Do you have a controversial music opinion?
Oh, it's controversial. Like, I'm not allowed to say it. That would just be it would get me, in
PR
trouble.
training's kicking in.
Um, Probably. I don't think I can say. I definitely do, but I would probably have people that, wouldn't enjoy my take, and we might, lose some listeners. We can't have that.
I'll have to keep wondering, I guess.
Yeah, we'll
Never
just think
know.
about it later and try and hope for the best, or we'll ask you after the show. Um,
Yeah.
what has been your most played song on the road lately that people wouldn't expect?
As in one that we have
Like,
played like
Like
live.
on the Ox.
Okay. Great question. Oh, you have to ask Harley. He's on the Orcs a lot. Um, I feel like I need like a second to think about it, but we don't have time because this is live.
and it's rapid fire.
Rapid fire.
It would be something by Geese or Cameron Winter.
Oh,
Oh,
That's a,
don't even.
my favorite.
Hitting all
yeah,
of our favorites tonight.
yeah. That's going down a lot at the moment.
Of like the past
Yeah, it's gonna get me in my
while.
feelings.
I listen to like a lot of like full, not like vintage or retro music, but it's like quite old soulful stuff, like Etta James, Ray Charles, or like Otis, Redden or anything like that. Yeah, my
What
jam.
is something non-music related that you can't go on tour without?
Me personally, I am a really big football fan. So soccer, I need to be able to watch. I'm up early.
They're
I'm
not.
up real early, or I'm up real late. And I've managed to find a couple of crew. Namely Harry, our videographer, is really into football as well. So him and I are actually getting up at 5 a.m. tomorrow morning to watch a game. So yeah, it's
Impressed with that.
it's my fave. Yeah, really enjoy it.
Um, who are a few Aussie artists that you are loving at the moment?
Oh my God, so many. Chloe Pache, Holly
Yes,
Hebe,
Mm.
Gordon's grandson. Uh, I can't get enough of those three.
fantastic picks. We
Holly
played,
Hebe and Chloe Pache are so good. That song Hot that they did together, when they collabed, I was like, yeah, I'm good now. You can take me. Love that song.
For anyone who
So
can't
good.
see, we're getting a lot of like hands up in the air, like
Yeah, I
surrendering.
know. You know the Absolute Cinema meme?
Yes,
Someone would
I
know.
was trying to think of what
That's
the meme
yeah.
was.
That's what I'm doing. I'm like, it's just, it is. It's Absolute Cinema, whatever yeah, it's Absolute Music. It's great. Love that.
so we get the pleasure of introducing songs all night every Wednesday. Would you like to introduce the song that we are going to play of yours?
I would love to know what it is.
It is, it is Idol.
Oh, okay. No, no, sorry. I mean, actually, I may have known that. This next song is a track that we have released recently, and it has been a whole lot of fun to play live. It's called Idol. It's a lot of fun. Wait till the chorus. You're gonna be dancing before you know it. If you're driving, don't dance though. You got to drive. But if you're at home listening, you're gonna be boogieing.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for coming on, Noah. Uh,
Thank you.
you guys are listening to The Hoist on Sin.